everybody. This is Brother Ron Heard, also known as R2C2H2 Artist. You are watching We All Be TV, News Free Dixie for the 21st century. Can you dig it?
Well, I gotta ask you about the police though, like that case in Akron, Ohio, where they shot the guy out about 90 times. The brother is running away, or even down in Atlanta where they refused to bring charges against the man that killed at the Wendy's who fell asleep in the drive-thru.
Yeah, and he pulls the gun on everybody after going what he does. So you kind of ask for that.
I'm talking about the guy at the Wendy's though. We're talking about the guy in Ohio. He pulled a gun out allegedly.
Yeah,
you talking about?
Yeah, you know,
he was running away though, Judge.
Yeah, but the point is this: the police are there to protect somebody. Now, let's supposing that this guy who has demonstrated hostile intent runs away and kills somebody 2 blocks away, which has happened. What do you think's going to go down?
Yeah, you can't win. You can't. It's like
you're between a rock and a hard place. Now, again, this is why I told you one reason why people shoot so much. Because when you shoot somebody with a pistol, you may have killed him, but he ain't going to die right off before he kills you. A lot of times when they shoot somebody, you debrief somebody for doing that. Military or otherwise, they've killed this guy and they didn't even know they shot him because he didn't show any reaction. See, stabbing, if you got a pro, one thrust, fatal injury, wound, the guy's gonna die eventually. No muss, no fuss, not a whole lot of blood on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Amateurs, they stab. Because unlike in the movies, you know, they throw the knife and it sticks the guy in the chest and goes, and falls over. Well, in reality, they stab the guy. He doesn't show any reaction. To him, he just got hit like that. What the hell? You hit me. What's wrong with this Superman? I just stabbed this dude. Ain't nothing happened. Stab him again. Ain't nothing happened. Stab again. So you get a victim stabbed 15, 25, 30 times because the mechanism of death is hemorrhage that reduces the blood pressure to 0, which causes the person to faint. Or in the long term, he's not going to stop doing what he's doing until the blood pressure drops to 0. So the more holes he puts in the circulatory system, the quicker this process happens. So your typical amateur stabs somebody 15, 20, 25 times because he's going, shit, what happened? I just did what I saw in the movies, and this dude ain't even reacting.
Right.
I've seen people standing 4, 5, 10 yards away on multiple occasions get stabbed to death. And they managed to get blocks away before it even started having an effect on them. Now,
that's interesting.
So, I mean, people are pretty tough animals. They aren't. That Hollywood contriviance been going on for 100 years. People don't die like that. See, I mean, sometimes, if you hit them in the right place, shock, but most pistol bullets aren't that powerful. AR-15 assault rifle. No, it's not an assault rifle. It's a machine gun. It's a 22 caliber rifle. In Tennessee, it's only legal to shoot varmints with squirrels, gophers, you know, stuff like that. The military has even recently upgraded to a bigger caliber because they say something's got to be done about stopping power. It's great for folk to get hit, keep their heads down because you don't want to get hit and killed and die 4 or 5 days later. And by the way, the military is not interested in killing you. They want to wound you. Why? Because if you wound somebody, that ties up 8 to 10 of the enemy to take care of the wounded man. If you kill him, you can leave the body out there on the battlefield to rot. Nobody cares. But you see, so bottom line is in the military, vets come back complaining about they had to pop somebody 4 or 5 times before they showed a result. Bam, 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 bam. and most of the time they use it semi-auto. And see, with M16A1, for a long time, they put a little metal fitting under the pistol grip, and it kept the selector from being pushed all the way to full auto because they didn't want them to waste ammo. So it's semi-auto, pop, 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 pop. But they've been doing that for a long time. That ain't nothing new. So all of this mythology, you know, if somebody really wanted to take out of school, what he'd do is get him an old 12-gauge pump, cut the barrel down to 18 inches if it wasn't already there, get a Mossberg 500 or a Remington H70 or a Savage or something, and stuff it with double off block buckshot, and we ain't nobody moving too much after getting touched with that.
Yeah, somebody
So,
said,
I mean,
yeah, in the comments, somebody said,
what it is.
True. That,
And why do you see AR-15s? Well, guess how old AR-15s are?
How old are they?
Eugene Stoner patented the Armalite design. That's what AR stands for, Armalite, not assault rifle, in February 1952. That's 70 years ago this year. So you are talking about a 70-year-old design. Now, anytime you saw somebody in a hunting field in the 1950s, he's got a bolt-action rifle. 1960s, a bolt-action rifle. When did they patent bolt-action rifles? Well, Mauser patented one in 1841. So that was a 110-year-old design that the guy was using. So when you see John Wayne use his Winchester Model 92 in a 1952 movie, that's 60 years old. That rifle is older than your AR-15. So, I mean, it ain't nothing new. I bought my first one back in the 1960s, 55 years ago. My old man bought one in 1962. So, I mean, it ain't nothing new. That's 60 years ago.
I want to read somebody said something about what you talking about stabbing. True, that happened to my cousin.
He walked the whole block after being stabbed multiple times. He was near the hospital. He might not make it, but what could he have done if he had something to fight back with? He could have shot you, blown you away, clubbed you, or stabbed you fatally.
He said the more he walked, the more his heart pumped out blood.
That's right. That's physiological.
I gotta ask you about.
He might have recovered.
I gotta ask you about the Rayshard Brooks situation where the cops shot him at Wendy's running away. You fell asleep in the drive-thru, and then the cops confronted
that thing
him.
in Atlanta.
Yeah, shot him.
Well, there's a lot to it, but understand this: it got submitted to the grand jury. Think about Atlanta. What are the demographics likely to be of a grand jury?
Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the DA before this DA, she's good at locking up rappers on lyrics about using RICO charges to get rappers on lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
But she can't get no cop.
The point is, why waste everybody's time if you got a case that you are not likely to get a conviction on?
But the DA before her.
Juries, I always made sure that the juries had a liberal dose of black folk and everybody that's supposed to be on the jury. You know what you get?
What?
You don't get what you see in the paper. What you get is jurors afterwards. Yeah, they got the guy, you know, he reminded me of somebody that ripped off my arm or reminded me of somebody that robbed me. And on more than one occasion, I had the whole press corps sitting up in my courtroom because it was a controversial case and they knew that the defendant was going to get jacked up, right? Okay. And, Your Honor, the jury has a question. Well, Officer Duckett, would you have them reduce it to writing? Have the foreman do that. Bring everybody back up here and we'll see what the question is. So the commercial appeals out there, you know, the reporter's got his pencil out and he's writing furiously and everybody is writing stuff down. and the jury comes back, you know what the question is?
What's
Your
up?
Honor, if we feel the victim deserved killing, do we have to convict the defendant?
Okay,
You know,
yeah. Well, Judge, with this case though, this is interesting because the DA before this lady, Paul Howard, promised prosecution of the cop, but what happened was a special prosecutor said Tuesday he would not pursue criminal charges against 2 Atlanta police officers involved in the fatal shooting. The decision was made by Pete Scandalakis, the executive director of the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, is in contrast with the then Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard found after Brooks' death, quickly leading to charges against the officers, Garrett Rolfe and Devin Brosnan. Howard was then voted out of office, however, and his successor, the lady, citing conflicts of interest, had the case transferred to the Georgia Attorney General's office in early 2021. So it was a black man who was in power that was trying to prosecute the officer.
yeah, I mean,
but a black
it's
woman
worth
transferred the case.
prosecuting, but I'm saying I can see how he got acquitted. They got out of it. And I think the woman just didn't want to handle the hot potato.
But she's sending rappers to prison on lyrics.
I know.
On RICO, man. That's the
I know.
organized mob stuff.
I know. But, you know, some cases are easier to get a track record on than others.
Yeah, but you throwing away black.
Like, what's
it's
that
like if
got
Clint
to do with
Eastwood
it?
or Al Pacino. Them guys.
What's that got to do with it? Remember?
Hey, I'm throwing away black men. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the Hollywood stuff. They don't respect no black men. They don't respect black men.
We get what, see, in America, you get the representation you deserve. If you don't turn the representation out, you don't. Why?
Yeah.
By the way, this here, I'm doing service and selling sauce. So
right.
It's JJB for mayor of Memphis, Tennessee in 2023. Send Brown downtown. And if you want the best sauce you've ever tried, Judge Joe Brown, JJB Barbecue, BBQ.com. You can order yourself some, and in a little while, it'll be on the shelves of your local grocery stores. So get a jump on the summer. It's some really good stuff. JJB, BBQ, and JJB in 2023 for mayor of Memphis, Tennessee.
A winning combination. That barbecue sauce is good, Judge. It goes good with just about everything and anything.
Yes, it does. French fries included.
Hey everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that Django review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.